Hi, I'm Annie with Forest of Arden Healing Arts and Yoga Bear Box, where we sell self-massage tools and yoga products. And today I'm going to show you 9 ways to use a yoga mat. One of the first things to say about a yoga mat is that its stickiness is a tool that we use to create and to energize and stabilize many of the foundational poses in yoga. For example, in downward facing dog, my hands are pressing into the floor and forward to get a lift in my back and my hips, but the stickiness stops my hands from sliding. At the same time, my feet are sticking to the yoga mat in order to be able to do the work that they need to do to get into this pose without slipping and sliding. Similarly, in our high lunge, our feet are pressing in 2 different directions in order to be able to get the energy to lift in our high lunge and then even into our warrior one. We particularly use the stickiness in our transitions, for example, from a warrior one to a warrior two position. Now, one aspect to consider about your yoga mat when you go to use it is that you want to make sure that your yoga mat fits your body. Now, since not every body is the same height or dimensions, not every yoga mat should be the same length or width. Now, this yoga mat that I'm on is particularly long and wide. It's 80 centimeters wide and 220 centimeters long, which fits a taller, larger body. So you want to consider whether your yoga mat fits your body size or not. And if it doesn't, consider getting a bespoke yoga mat. For example, we sell custom size yoga mats. We can cut yoga mats to any length you need, and we have both the standard width 60 and also the wider 80 centimeter width yoga mat. We can use the shape and the edges of the yoga mat as sort of like a ruler to line up the body in various poses. For example, we can use the top line of the yoga mat to line up the wrist crease to make sure that the hands are in a optimal position for weight-bearing exercises. So you line up these lines and make sure that they're parallel with the top edge of the mat. You can also line up the edges of the feet with the side edges of the mat in various standing poses. You can fold over the edge of your yoga mat to give your knees an extra little bit of padding for any kind of kneeling poses. For example, a low lunge. We can use a yoga mat folded into quarters to cushion the seat of a yoga chair and also make the surface stickier in our chair-assisted back bends. So you'll climb through, put your legs through the back of the chair. You want to put the tip of the shoulder blades on the edge of the seat, so it helps to have just that extra bit of cushioning for the back against the edge of the chair. Place the feet up. You can either press your hands into the back part of the chair or reach your hands through to grab the back legs of the yoga chair and open up your chest. You can use the rolled up yoga mat as a lift to stretch your calves. You can make the roll higher or lower depending on how much you unravel the roll. Place the ball of the foot on this roll, heel sinks towards the floor, sink your body weight into the heel, and then step the other foot forward. We can use the rolled up yoga mat to stretch the next or the deeper layer of calf muscles called the soleus with a bent knee. So set it up in the same way. The ball of the foot steps on the roll, heel descends towards the floor, and bend that knee and step the other foot forward. We can use the rolled up yoga mat to assist in a twisted squatting position against the wall. So put both of your heels on this rolled up yoga mat somewhere between 10 to 20 centimeters away from the wall, depending on your size. Bend your knees, come down into a tight closed-kneed squat. Rotate your rib cage to face the wall. Tuck this elbow to the inside, in between the knee and the wall. And you're going to use the lift of the heels and the resistance of the wall to help you stretch and twist your rib cage deeply. We can also use the rolled up yoga mat as a support for the ankles in hero pose if your calves or feet or just lower legs in general cramp when the feet are pointed back. So I've unrolled the mat a little bit. Set up in your hero pose. You want your heels hip width apart. Spread your calves out and then sit back down in your hero pose. We can use the rolled up yoga mat as a lever to stretch and open up the stiff region of the mid-thoracic area or the mid-chest area. So I have it a little bit unraveled because this is actually an extra long yoga mat. So a normal yoga mat, you would roll it up all the way. And then you're going to place the part of your mid-back right where the bottom tips of your scapula or your shoulder blades lie on the rib cage. And then you're going to lie back on this roll and breathe into this position and let your rib cage tissues soften over this rolled up yoga mat.